Right, I'm not going to try a needle in it yet. Just going to see how short these cables are. About half an inch, bastard. Oh. So the choke cables are too long. How am I going to do this? I think I'm going to have to think about this and turn the camera off. Yeah, I'm going to have to modernise these cables. What I thought I'd try is the new cables into the throttles. That's down, but there's very little. In fact, that's nipped. But look, and you can't put them anywhere else. So, yeah, I'll modernise the old ones I took off. And then shorten these for the chokes. Yeah, I think that's the way I'll do it. So, no but hassle. Alright, if I had bloody beach bars on it or something, or American handlebars, probably. Yeah, that would probably reach the higher bars. It certainly doesn't reach mine. So, get my soldering iron out, do some modernising. Right, I've managed to do the throttle slides, just by shortening the outer cable. I think I took them, they were about half an inch too short, so I've just unscrewed the casing and snipped it off. So now I'm working on the chokes. Now, right, I've put my choke lever up here. I'll show you where I've routed the cable. I've routed that side into the frame and it's coming out here. Now we can see them are far too long. I want that splitter in to take it from one cable to two cables. So it wants cutting off to about there. Which I'll now do. I'll shorten the inner and the outer, and then I'll keep the same dimensions in this cable as the is standard. So it wants cutting off about there. Which I shall now do. Right, that's my marker. That's where I want them cutting off. About there. Now when I've shortened them to there, with the cable pulled all the way in, I still want that amount sticking out the end. And in the case of this, about 3 and 4. What's that? 3 7/8. 3 7/8 of an inch sticking out. So I'll shorten one first, make sure I've got it right. These are probably cast nipples or pot metal, so I've got a couple of little nipples, brass ones I can solder on. So I'll just get a chisel and start snipping me wires. In fact, what I'll do first is see what these nipples are. Yeah, just a lump of solder. Lovely. And over the cut it. Oh, that's alright. Can't get the end off. See if I've got another one. Do trim that back a bit. I wonder if them will go in. No, them little top hats won't go in. Pity. I've got two of them caps. And I can use a little bit of silicone to stick them on if I wish, which I probably will. Now this cable has a nylon in it, so I'm not going to grease them. If I can get one of them out. Oh, right, to get my chisel. Right, I'm just going to chop the end off here, just so I can get rid of that swath. The best way to chop the bowden, I think I've showed you this before in videos, is with a chisel. Nice hard bit of metal. And then it doesn't spray all the edges open. That should go on now. A bit of luck. Yep, there you go. And then when that cable's pulled all the way in, I'll just zoom back a bit. And then, although the outers are different lengths, I now want the same amount sticking out as the original cable. So if I pull them level, pull that down, that end wants snipping off at that nipple. So I should have done that up here. Keep it together, don't want any movement missing. About there. Don't lose the bit. Lovely. Give that a squish up. And bend a few with them. And hopefully that'll be about right. That'll do, mate. So I'll solder that on there. Dub it in some flux. I use this power flux. Bit too much. There we go. Soldering nipple. And then hopefully when I pull them both out, they will be the same length. Near enough. Yeah, within a couple of mil. Yep, there we go. So I'll do so, I'll clag that one onto the carburetor. See if I got it right. Oh, let's see how close we got with that. I might be able to get it in with that. Oh, shame I'm pushing the cable up. Connect that. Right, that choke should now be on. Oh, the camera's in the way, I can't see. Make sure that's right off. Yep. So, they're about right. So I'll just do the other one the same as that. Right, I've done the other side carb. Now, here we can see I've got it disconnected at the choke lever. That's the three-way splitter for the choke. So I can actually pull that out now. That's the choke. That should be operating the choke on the other side carburetor. So, right. Now I'll see if I can do this like on camera so you can see us. I've squashed the main spring up into my little bit of metal really with two slots cut in it so a cable goes past. like so. Right. So I'll just go around to the side. Right. Get me other choke cable. Right, first I want the choke cable into here. Now, pop it through. Get it into its slot. And that's that. Apart from I put it on upside down. What a burk. Just go that way again. Right, just screw that together temporarily. Slide that up so I've got a bit of slack. Well, actually as much slack as I can get, to tell the truth. Right. So now I've got the choke cable and the throttle cable. Let's make sure that the top hat fits in. See, the one was a bit tight, I had to sand it down a bit. Right. So I'll forget about the choke for now. Right, put my spring on. Am I your hands here or what? I just can't tell. Slide on. Now the slide's to one side. Oh, I've lost the clip. Bloody clip's come on. Oh. Right, I've got the clip in the middle slot. Needle in, make sure it's the right position, and then I'll pull my spring clip off. That's it. That's the throttle. Now the choke. Choke cable. I bet none of this is on bloody film. Spring, plunger, and as long as I don't push the cable back up, there it is. Oops. In there, all that with my nail, and click it into the bottom of the slide, and then that into the slide. Oh no, it might be on, it might be on. Right, the needle's catching on, so I just guide the needle into the jet. Couple of screws.